Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secure Team. There is something really strange going on at a solar observatory in New Mexico that was suddenly and without reason closed down last Thursday on the 6th. Having been totally evacuated, the FBI got involved. Even the local post office was evacuated as well. No one is being told why. Not the police, not the post office, not the observatory, no one. And there is already a growing suspicion that something has happened at this observatory and that whatever is going on, whatever they tell us is the reason that they closed this entire area, it's going to end up with some sort of cover story, basically. Now, as I said, this has occurred at what is called the Sunspot Observatory or the National Solar Observatory in Sunspot, New Mexico. Now, what is a solar observatory? Well, as you all know, we have massive telescope observatories scattered around the Earth that, give us a beautiful close-up view of the stars, other galaxies, nebula, other planets, and likewise, just as we have telescopes and observatories for the stars, we also have observatories known as solar observatories that are specifically set to taking images of, well, one specific star, that being our sun. And that is what this observatory is set up to do, take daily images of our sun. And I can't understand for the life of me why a solar observatory out in the New Mexico country would suddenly be shut down, where then the FBI is quickly then involved and is being totally silent. They are not, they wouldn't even tell the people of the observatory or the local post office nearby what was going on, why they were shutting it down. And it's already sparking theories that this solar observatory possibly may have picked up an image of something while they were taking snapshots of the sun. Now, whether that be some sort of secret machine or craft that was captured in the imagery that they were taking of the sun, hence the reason they were shut down, I don't know. But before we go any further, check out this news clip from the local ABC 7 news team, who also are totally mystified as to what is going on at this observatory.
We continue to investigate the closure of the National Solar Observatory in Sunspot, which was unexpectedly closed last Thursday with no explanation given. Sunspot is located about 15 miles south of Cloudcroft, New Mexico. Christina Guaya joins us now with more on the investigation from the New Mexico Mobile Newsroom.
After coming up to the Sunspot Observatory for ourselves to find out why it and the post office remains closed, we found that many officials remain tight-lipped about the reasons. We also ran into quite a few locals and people traveling from out of town, driving straight up to the entrance of the observatory to find out for themselves what exactly is going on.
We heard it was closed and decided to see if it was still closed.
There is a buzz going around in both Sunspot and Cloudcroft over the sudden shutdown.
I don't know what that is. I just heard about that today, some cloak and dagger thing that's going on up there, and I actually have no idea.
Does it concern you at all that the FBI is investigating it?
A little bit, yes, but there's lots of pranks, and so that's probably what it was.
I reached out to the FBI, but they did not return my phone call. The FBI did speak with local law enforcement about the length of the observatory closure.
They spoke to our sergeant initially and indicated that they'll be down for a few days. So that could be anywhere from a few days to months, is from my past experience.
The FBI did not, however, tell Sheriff House the reason for the closure. As for the post office in Sunspot, a spokesperson with the USPS told me they were left in the dark as well.
Well, we were told on September 6th that we would be evacuated along with the surrounding area. We weren't told why that was the case, but we were told to just be out of the area.
When I asked him who told him to evacuate, he told me
that we don't know.
And as for a timetable for reopening the post office,
no, that's still up in the air. We will remain suspended until we're allowed to return.
Sturgeon did tell me, however, that post office employees were transferred to the Cloudcroft post office for the time being, and regular mail service is being offered for residents through the Cloudcroft post office as well. We'll make sure to keep you up to date on it.
Okay, so as you can see, the locals in the area totally mystified. They were trying to get into town. The whole area is roped off, streets roped off. Even the local authorities are not being told. Now, I would think if this was some sort of prank, or if this was some sort of active, situation, normally the authorities will immediately advise people, hey, you need to get out of here, this is happening or that is happening. The national news will be all over it, but that's not what's happening here. And the fact that the FBI was so quickly involved with this, and just the total shutting down of this observatory, as if they didn't want anyone getting in, anyone to know whatsoever why they were there. Now, obviously, it's starting to concern a lot of people. And of course, theories have been abound online as to what is happening, many believing something may have been captured on the observatory imagery, and that there appears to be a total news blackout of whatever is happening. We're not really seeing this at all in national news. There's only a couple of news sites like the video that I just showed where we're getting any information. There was even an image that someone posted on a forum that normally posts images of the sun that are taken from this observatory. And in this specific image screen grab you're seeing here that was sourced from the observatory, that are taken from a satellite in space of our sun, they are claiming, as you're seeing in this solar image here, that a giant portion of the sun is blacked out, with the posters on the forum asking the question, why would the image of the sun be obstructed? Now, again, as I said, theories are abound that there could be some sort of alien craft or object captured in the imagery, possibly a massive CME, solar flare, or none of the above. We just don't know. But there's definitely something off about this. The fact that they're not giving any information, even to the local authorities. I mean, they are totally tight-lipped. They don't know when this thing is going to open back up. The news can't get any answers. Has this observatory captured something that they were not supposed to capture? And is that the reason why they are now in lockdown? Nobody allowed in until they go in and scrub these images, get a hold of them, make sure they don't get out to the public, before finally putting up some cover story how there was some sort of scare, or maybe it was just a drill or something like that. But this just isn't making sense. I've done too many of these stories over the years, and something just tells me there's something much more to this. So I will put the links to the couple of news articles about this down below. You guys can tell me what you think. We'll definitely follow up, no matter what the case may be, but definitely strange. I mean, who is going to go and target a solar observatory in New Mexico? It doesn't compute. So tell me what you guys think down below. Also, real quick before we go today, I'd also like to mention the fact that, as many of you have probably been watching on the national media, Hurricane Florence is quickly becoming what meteorologists are saying could be the most destructive hurricane in a very long time. It went from a Category 2 to a Category 4 hurricane within a span of just a couple of hours, prompting mandatory evacuations of millions of people in both North and South Carolina. This thing is almost to a Category 5, and so, I just want to ask all of my fans on the East Coast here that are in the path of this thing. I mean, this thing is coming in dead on. Normally they come up from an angle, but not this one. This one is coming in straight from east to west, heading right for North and South Carolina. You guys don't be brave. Get out of there and stay safe, like I always say. And it's crazy. When you look at satellite maps of the Earth right now, the Earth is literally covered in hurricanes. Multiple hurricanes all over the Earth, in the Pacific, the Atlantic. And this very well may be because Monday was the peak of the Atlantic hurricane season, when storm activity has historically been at its highest. But I don't know, looking at this map, there just seems to be a lot of hurricanes brewing, and if you guys remember, I posted a video recently from the Mimic satellites, which monitor the microwave energy on Earth, and once again, we discovered one of those strange, spiraling beams of energy shooting up from Antarctica, and what appeared to be lighting up or interacting with 2 other hurricanes that were brewing off the coast of America, where you see this strange beam of energy shooting up. We've seen these things multiple times, and they all seem to emanate from Antarctica. But this one came up, went right in between 2 different storms. You suddenly see the eyes of each hurricane start lighting up with energy. Now, I haven't seen any of these strange beams on the microwave imagery as it pertains to these new storms. But that's not to say that that data couldn't have been edited, seeing as we've been definitely putting a lot more coverage on these spiral energy anomalies, and they may be actively removing them in real time. And of course, I'm getting a ton of emails talking about how these storms may very well be seeded and or interacted with artificially to create a more powerful storm. Now, of course, that's been a theory that's been going on for years, but regardless, I want you guys to stay safe out there. Be safe, stay tuned. I've got much more coming, as well as something very special coming tomorrow evening. So do look out for that. Something really cool I'm going to be featuring on the channel. And as always, subscribe. Be sure to turn notifications on, and I will see you guys back in just a bit.